When I first started hearing about palmistry, it was through my friends. And a friend of mine at the time said, "You've got to have your hands read. It's this amazing thing, life-changing, blah, blah, blah." And I said, okay. And I was acting, that was my focus. So I showed up, and Terry-Linn was there. And we had a reading, and it was accurate, but I didn't fall in love with it the way all my friends had. After about a year, I went to this friend who had first introduced me to it, and I said, okay, I want to check this out again because I can't get over how much you guys are learning and all of that. So she took a look at my hands, and for whatever reason, the second time around, something about the actual work really sunk in. And I said, okay, now I want to see that first woman who read me, that Terry-Linn person. I want to check her out again. And she was speaking. She had a Monday night seminar series, and so I went to the seminar series, and I really liked her. I didn't know what was different from my first reading to seeing her speak, but something about her made sense. What she was saying made sense, and I slowly started dipping my toe into the water of palmistry. And I was not gung-ho. I was not somebody who made an instant shift. I was really cautious with it, and I needed to make sure that this was not, I call it woo-woo, that it was something that could actually benefit me in a deep way. So she worked with me a little bit individually, and she sort of laid out what I could get out of the class and where my tough spots were. And I said, all right, I'm going to take the class. And somewhere in the middle of the first year, I started really dropping into the work. It was having, every time we went to a class, we call it, my head would blow up. Because there's this concept. She would just drop in this amazing concept that unlocked all of these keys to who I was and what was going wrong and what was going right and how to work between the two. And so I started thinking I might want to teach it because I was getting a lot more satisfaction and meaning out of the palmistry work and the hand analysis than I was out of acting. And I love to act. It's something that's a part of me. But in LA, the business is the business. Yeah. It's not always deeply meaningful. And the more I read hands, the more I was getting this deep, meaningful experience. And so I think in the second year is when I finally said, you know, I really do want to teach this. This is something I want to do. I want to build a business out of this. I want to make this my livelihood. And I started to do that. And she supported me in every step of the way. She's so focused on getting hand analysis out in a legitimate way because it's such a profound tool to help people guide themselves and change their lives. The thing that makes Terry-Linn different from any other sort of hand analyst or spiritual guide that I've gone to before is that she has this intuitive sense about exactly what you need to hear when you need to hear it. She is holding this whole wealth of information about you as a person, but she's not going to just dump all of that into your lap because we couldn't understand it or take it in. But what she does is dole it out just enough so that you can actually integrate it into your life and make an attempt at change. Terry-Linn integrates a system called the Enneagram, which is a personality typing system and works beautifully with hand analysis. It folds in such a way that it unlocks the pieces of your psychology that are closed. It gives tools to help you move through that and integrate to your highest self. She's also starting to use astrology as well. And those three systems together, hand analysis, Enneagram, and astrology, you can't get a better understanding of what you're here to do, in my opinion. That's it. And she wields them, all three of them, very well. I found that anyone who's incredibly skeptical, that would have been me as well, the best thing to do is actually experience it. Bring in your skepticism. Come in and say, you know what? I don't believe this, I don't know how it works, and show me. Because whatever's going on in your brain is mapped out in the hand. And when you know somebody who can read that map, it's kind of undeniable after you've experienced it. Palmistry has been around for as long as people have, and it has gone through evolutions as centuries passed and different cultures got a hold of it. It has been, at times in history, one of the accepted tools of understanding who you are. We are slowly educating people that it's not a gypsy fortune-telling tool. This is something that can help you. We're not predicting your future. We don't know how long you're going to live or how many kids you're going to have. Go find out from your doctor. We don't know. We're here to help you understand your psychology and work with your greatest skills.